having conversations with another, like, so two characters, talking about things that I have thought about and think about over the years. So just kind of having a character based on me, sort of like the comedians, like when I was growing up, Roseanne and Grace Under Fire. I didn't watch George Lopez. There was I think the Steve Harvey show. I didn't watch that show, but the Park. But shows that were based on comedic teams or comedic actors having a show, kind of a TV show, or a professional, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So from some other medium to television, usually a sitcom, so situational comedy. And so I'm just thinking about, and I want to say that my thoughts are fast and slow and wide, and by the time it gets out of my mouth, it might not sound like it makes sense, but it's almost like translating is the best that I can do. So it's the idea of having one-on-one conversations like I've had in the past in my spiritual journey, especially the last 4 or 5 years of my life. The 2014 and 2020, 2016, yeah, about that time. Feeling some kind of release. So it's just about relationship. I've liked one-on-one relationships, heart to heart, and I like, sometimes being with 3 people or 5 people, or 2 people, because I like the number 3. I feel like 3 is joy and love and sunshine and brightness, and I guess it's just, the Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Like, it's like me, myself, and I. It's the 3. It's a fun number. So I like, 1-on-1, and I like 2, and I used to like couples for that reason. I like love. I like amplified love. So I like people who are best friends, or maybe couples. I think just where the love is strong, because it's attractive, right? But in some sense, it just meant that I needed more love than one person could provide. And then I was able to find someone I love so much that it made me love myself more, because I had to love myself more because I love them so much. Like, to keep that love going, it made me love myself more. And so, yeah, and for me, it's such a success, because I got to know who I am. When I learned about myself, or became more of myself, and know more about why I'm here and just who I am. And still be able to discover, because that's what we do every day. We learn things, we meet people, we go places. We have so much opportunity to change and shift our realities, and just to integrate and incorporate and be appreciative of what we have. If we don't want what has been filtering in our day-to-day environments, or with people and with our, so it's just, I asked to be here. I asked to be able to bring all my gifts from all my lifetimes and all my travels and just all that I know to Earth. That's what I asked for. And that's what I've been working. I'm gonna be 46 next month. It's April 19th, Friday, April 19th, 2024. About I don't know, 9-10 days from there, I like the end of April is when I had my in 2004, so it's going to be 20 years when I had my spiritual awakening. And I feel like I ascended. I feel like I was asked to stay, and you could say stay or come back, but stay and bring in more love, you know. And I was like, yeah. And that started a whole nother path, you know. So I was 25, and so it's been a journey. But that's also when I gave myself completely out. Right before that happened is why that happened. It was the result of God, me praying. I've been praying and praying and praying for years. And when I say that, it's like praying without ceasing. It was always in the subconscious because I did it so much. Being me, seeing me, let me do your will. You know, so. And then one day I just felt like I got everything that I ever wanted in my life. I was, you know, successful with, because at the time I wanted to be in the music industry, play music, concerts and stuff like that. And, you know, just every fulfillment, you know, have a wife, have kids, have a good family, have good business, have good bounty, you know, and then have that go on and on and on and on and on and on, right? So I felt that, and it was really overwhelming. And I felt it like all in one. It was really overwhelming. I was crying, and I said, God, you've given me so much. What can I do for you? And God said, walk the earth spreading love and light. And then I got all these vibrations in my body, just a lot of energy. And for me, it was a spiritual emergence that turned into an emergency. And so I went to the hospital. I was diagnosed as bipolar 1. And that started a whole nother, I'm going to say, a whole nother timeline that was new to what I have been creating in other times, because it's multidimensional, right? Different times, different spaces, different dimensions. It's just a wide network or net of creation. It's just, it's amazing. I'm trying to see where I was before I went into that tangent. I know it's always about change, and it's always about love, and it's about history, just telling the history, and having all this, and getting diagnosed, and on the surface, that life that I was living, people, you know, thought I was sick, and I was having to recover. It was confusing. I was having to navigate my way in a world that all of a sudden I felt didn't respect me as an autonomous. Like, people thought I was crazy, and then I didn't have the words or the vocabulary to talk about what my other experiences, which is part of the multidimensionality. Like, I know my earth surface level that I was living with my people at the time, and underneath, when I was asked to come back and or stay and bring more love, and I sincerely started working on generational trauma, and succeeded in that because love carries us through, you know. Endojé, love unites us. God is love, you know. Love wins, all that stuff. But, you know, the truth of it is that that's love unites us, and that's that. And so, the generational, I want to, you know, say, always God first. Like, I'm making the video, I'm talking, I'm just, you know, I smoked a little. I didn't smoke today yet, and it was about 17, 18 when I had my glass, and Only have a little left, which is sad because it's the 19th, tomorrow's the 20th. It's 4:20, and so, but I'm sure I'll get smoked out by someone. But I have a very, very little. It's not even a bowl's worth. And then I have a one hitter's worth, and it's very small, it's skinny. But if I don't smoke with anybody else tomorrow, I'll have that little bit. A little bit will go a long way. I know it will. It's just what it is, right? And so, but the idea is to maybe make how this video started is to make a TV show or skits, maybe a TV show with me having a conversation with another, or having a relationship with another, and it being hopefully funny, dramedy, but having these spiritual conversations that I have with people, individuals in my life now, who are very much individuals, right? I don't really talk to a lot of people one-on-one anymore because I'm tired. So it's like I was just ready to move on to other things, but I find myself naturally doing that. It's just a part of my character. I was just more like a little more defensive, understandably. So I've been healing, and I've been able to. I wanted to leave the shelter happy, and I'm happy. I wanted to leave the shelter not as bitter. I wanted to leave the shelter knowing that there was improvements, and I can see those improvements. And I want it to be a place of rest. I'm a little concerned about Vincent. I'm gonna just say it. He's the person I'm giving Orica to. Orica's his peace, and may he rest in peace. Right, literally. Yeah, he's been keeping us up. He has sounds that he makes, moans and curses and moving around. And I didn't sleep very well last night. I don't think I even got 3. And the night before I got 3 hours, but that wasn't due to him. I was just up. But he's done it before, and it's just it's mental health, but it's drug induced, and it's bad because it's not snoring, or it's not just whimpering, because it's whimpering too, but there's an aggression or a big bolt of energy that comes out with it that I can feel, and even if I kind of turn myself off so I can hear it, I just don't want to hear it, and I want to be able to rest. And so I want him to rest in peace, and anyway that carries out how that manifests in the universe, and I want myself to be able to rest in peace. So I was just sharing what I've been thinking, stream of consciousness, blah, blah, blah. But it's an interesting time. I'm ready to move on. I want a soft, cushy life. Soft life.